I am live. Welcome to Luna Q Tarot. So, Midsummer feast and fest and all that is nearing. It's almost upon us. So, welcome, yeah. When you come, say hi. When you go, say bye. It's polite. It's nice. I try to as well. So, let's see. Energy and a card for the day. Just like underlining vibes. What's going on? What's going on in here? Just see this first. Okay, so card for the day. Like, what's in the undercurrent, or what energies are like acting on the background? Let's say this. Let's see. Okay, so here, I have one card. I would say lessons. Lessons are being learned in this, and somehow like guidance is needed more than ever. And let's put this. So it's a hierophant. So these two people there go to ask something from the hierophant, his blessing or some kind of answers to some issues. So the underlining is like ask questions. It's time to that we all need some help at times. Welcome to Luna Q Tarot. So, okay. Who would be sympathetic to my problem? Let's see what we can get from there. If we wouldn't have much more to work on that. And who would be sympathetic to my problem? Okay, again. A little bit of ritual here. Okay. So we take this first one card again and see what we can get from this. I would say you shouldn't. Who would be sympathetic? I would say that someone who is not younger than you and who is I would say someone who has been in the same situation than you. And if you or is dealing with the similar, so it's like a peer support. I would say somebody who is not younger than you, and someone who you could see that has gone through the same path and have been the same struggles. So like peer support. I would say a male figure, like not old, not young, some in the middle of, I don't know, I would get 30, 40-year-old. So that would be, couldn't get much more accurate than this. Then, should I stay in this job or change to another one? So let's see what we can get from there. And by the way, if you want to be in touch, lunaqtarot@gmail.com. You can reach me. So, should I stay in this job or change to another? So we take two paths. First, upper path will be to stay in the current job, and then the lower path is to find another. Let's see if you can ask. No, set up like. So there's certain ritual I'm doing with this. Yes, okay. So this is you. the one who asks, and here is the upper path is to stay, and lower path is to go. So you have become very aware, I guess, what is in the job that you are at the moment. You are being managing it, I would say, really well. Maybe you even have been promoted, that you have moved up in the corporate ladder, or like this, you have been moderating. I would say you would be some sort of a manager, or you have been still been able to put well, you've been able to mix different ingredients like fire and water. So it has not been maybe I don't know, you have done it. It has not been easy, but you managed pretty well. So should you stay? Or should you go? Well, funny comes the energy of the day there. Based on this, clearly, if you stay, it might seem like first, like, okay, you know what you are doing, you know, it's kind of like on your sort of already comfort zone. I think this could be, this job is like you have not so much time for social activities of family. And I think this is leading now towards the direction that, like, is this guy here, 10 of wands. So we have the temperance, 6 of wands, 4 of wands, 10 of wands. So it's like a sort of like evolution from the wands to the 10. So I think this job is about to get maybe a bit too heavy, and maybe there could be something that it would end anyway. So staying, I would say, is not the option. I would say that you should be going. So basically, you might feel that there is still not such a great opportunity for another job, but you're missing out on something that is actually offered. There is something, another job that is just waiting for you to take it. And I think with your credentials, what you have been doing this, at least for me, it looks like that has gone really well. And for the time being, it would keep going really well, but it would become like too much. Maybe this is the reason why you're asking. And obviously, if you're absolutely happy in a job, you don't have to ask the cards, should you stay or go, in a way, right? So this is Ace of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the High Priestess Hierophant, sorry, the Pope, or however you want to call it. So, like I said, you don't feel like at the moment for a new job, maybe you don't see like an opening, or like that would be a huge, like, raw possibility sort of for this. But I think the point is that this is how you feel, and you're not paying attention. So basically, you would look around more, and I think this could be something that is offered from earlier from your life, that well, you can see there the hand comes from the past, sort of. So this offer maybe could be related to something that you have done before, or someone from your past would be offering, related to the past anyway. And I think this could be even that this would be the new work. And should you go, yeah, I would say you should change. Maybe you would have to look for, maybe you need somebody, maybe you could need even professional help, like somebody who helps you to check still your strengths and stuff, and to find a job, some kind of like headhunter of sorts of something. You could need some, but also it could be that the new job could be going, it would be beneficial to be some kind of advisor of sorts. But yeah, I think definitely just pay attention what's going on. If it doesn't immediately show up, you don't really, I would say, like, you don't really have to quit the job like instant. And obviously the decision is yours. And I just say what I see in the card. So base your decisions in your, well, think about it. But I think it's not, at the moment, it's still fine. But in a while, so if we feel that there is no option, pay attention, because there should be something presented soon. So yes, I think you should change. And that's it. And if there would be an advice still for this, if that was not advice enough, we would take one card for advice, further clarification, like a follow-up question. What would the cards advise? Okay, there was already like, what would benefit in this? What would be beneficial in this situation? Let's put it this way: like the cards already. What I saw was that you should change this job, and now we can see what would be then if you choose that. What the cards suggest. What would be beneficial in that case? We would take this. I think there could be someone maybe in your chart that would not. It's the page of swords. So there could be someone in your current chart that might not like that you are going. I think this would be something that I would keep to myself, and to be ready to sort of defend your position. But I think somebody might be not looking it good. Maybe they had plans for you, and you are going to ruin those plans if you leave. So I would keep it to myself so far, and be ready that somebody might not like the stuff, and maybe it wouldn't be like, here's, it was so nice to have you here, and here's the cake and the cloak or the watch and I don't know, new iPhone or whatever for your trouble. So I would keep it to myself for sure, and not to be surprised if somebody doesn't like it, or if somebody might even sabotage a little bit if they can. I mean, nothing like hugely major, but something could be in this, so pay attention. And then something a little bit different. We will go here, and it will be, does Tim have feelings for me? Well, we take like this. There's you, there's Tim, and what's between, and let's see if we need more cards to see what's there suggested. This we don't want. Okay, so here's you. You go a little bit down so we can see you. Don't go out of the camera, please. There's Tim. There's what is in between. And put this here. So here's you, 7 of Swords. Here's Tim, who is Queen of Swords, and in the middle is like the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Well, Tim being the queen that he is in some way, he is watching for the future and is not looking at you. So, and you are somehow trying to be a little bit like going around him and a little bit try to find out what's going on, that maybe he could be, but I think he's just missing the point. What's between you is like, I don't know if you have been friends, like some bigger cycle between you has ended. So I don't know if you have been like friends and now you are looking for yourself, that it could be something more than this, but he don't seem to see it. So basically, I wouldn't say that he exactly has, but this being the Wheel of Fortune, this could also mean that things could change. But I think the moment, I would say that he doesn't quite see you. At least if we consider, does he have feelings for me, the like in romantic feelings and like love and all that. So I don't think he kind of sees you at all at the moment in that light, at least. But this could change, and I don't know if you are placing him in the wheel and put it throwing knives at him, which of course it's just a figure of speech, and I don't recommend that to anyone in any situation. So I don't know if you are kind of putting him to the spot, and he doesn't want to have any of it. But anyway, he does not at the moment. I don't think he does. But I think it's not that he couldn't, but somehow it didn't occur to him, or like maybe he's seen you like a sister, like a friend something. Well, I'm not sure how it is exactly, but at the moment, no, but it could change. It could change. So maybe the point will be in this also. Let's take advice. Let's say, so how could you reach Tim then and make him like see you, for example? So let's see what we get from here. We would get one card here. That would be, I think it would come like, don't try to control the situation. Let things go. Maybe it's the Wheel of Fortune. Let the world decide what happens to you. Because I saw that there is the 7 and you are going, and like I said, you put him on the Wheel of Fortune, like in the circle. Somebody throws the dice, you try to put him in the spot somehow that he could come clean with his emotions or see if he feels something. I think don't try. I think the point would be to let go of the situation, see what happens. Maybe you can try to spend time with this person and see what happens, and something like this. Or I wouldn't try to force it in any way. I would just let things unravel the way they do. That would be the advice in this. Okay. And then general advice for the rest of the week. We'll take 3 cards. So we take what has happened so far, so past, present, future. And then let's see if we need some clarification. So can we ask something now? No. This no. So not yet either. So, and yeah, I'm using Rider White cards. They seem to be speaking to me, or whatever you want to call it. I like them. I've been Marcel Tarot also, and God knows what else, so who knows what else I've been checking through and reading also, but somehow Rider White is my thing, mostly. Let's see again. No. So general advice for the rest of the week when we get the cards aligned. So this is the past week, this is the present, and we're gonna put everything more down here so you can actually see what is going on. So, okay, so you've been kind of, the past week has been, seems for me that you've been trying to change your perspective, and you've been literally hanging from the tree. So we have the hangman here, and you have been observing, like actively observing, but not intervening. So you've been waiting what somebody does. You've been thinking, do you have to like sacrifice something to get things moving forward? And at the moment, I think this would be related to some material stuff. Or I would think this is a work thing. So you have observed. It's been painstakingly a few days. But now you have collected the rewards from this. So I think you have, it's now you are reaping what you have sown, and with your patience to not react to something or that you have responded. And at the moment you are like, well, in general, I think at the moment is good time of the week. But going, I think there will be some in matters, and I think this somehow now with this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Hangman. So somehow it's like goes sort of like down from there. So maybe you will have to double back few steps on whatever you are doing. So what to expect is like you were patiently waiting about something and observing the situation. Then at the moment it seems that you have reached the conclusion, and it has been good, like an abundance. I don't know, maybe you bought a castle in France, for example. It was a good investment. But then I think you gonna go a little bit backwards, and since I think at the moment now that you reach it, then you are gonna try to hold on to what you are reaching, and you should be still more flexible and use your creativity in this material matter, what's going on. So I think it's related to material and I would somehow get like job thing for this really. So yeah, observing things have come true, I think, but there's gonna be something that goes a little bit because maybe when you got it, then you didn't quite think that you think that now it's ready or whatever, and now you would have to be still more flexible to get it rolling for the rest of the week. So I would say like for the rest of the week in general anyway, to try to find your creativity. And let's take one more card here down for advising, for advice, general advice for the rest of the week. I think you should, yeah, like I said, find your creativity. Should need, like it goes clearly to the calmer waters, like, and also make up your mind. And I think this would be the stuff that to get maybe for the Midsummer Fest, you need to go to some cabin or in the nature, or well, somewhere which has water by the sea, and then you should find your creative spark again for your situation. So I think you have done well. And I don't, maybe it's the point is that you cannot really do much more in some way since you have chosen not to be so flexible. So maybe you need a little bit time off and to reflect on the things, to find the creative solution for the problem that is at hand, for the challenge that is at hand. So there is a lot of kind of things for what is coming. General advice for the week. So remember the rest, find your creativity, and you will be fine. Okay, let's see. Then just a sec. Okay, how can I be more calm? So well, let's put it like, yeah, well, how can I be more calm? Let me see. Let this no. How can I be more calm? Okay. So take past, present, future for some reason, and we put the past, the present, and the future a little bit more down, so we can actually look into it better, and everyone else can see it too. There. So past is eight of Pentacles. The Moon is the present, and the future is Six of Pentacles. So yeah. Well, you have. How can be? I think you have started to work on it already, but at the moment you feel anxious a little bit, and maybe there is like this kind of bit of a nightmarish feelings even, and it's like you are in the dark side a little bit, going a bit stuck. You feel that there is a long way to go, even if you started, and with the Eight of Pentacles, it means that it's just started this project. So I would say like you will get what you deserve, and you will go forward with this. You just, I guess, have to choose to stay on track for what you have chosen here in the Eight of Pentacles. So even if it at the moment this is the major again, so that's the biggest influence, I guess, in this. So it feels like a bit scary, even could be. Seems like what you've chosen to do to be calmer is to become more calm. I think it's the right thing to try to do, because that will lead, but you have to understand that it might take some time and it won't happen immediately, and it might be a long road, like it's for the crab who is there to the mountains, or if he wants to go to the moon, it's like a evolution of things. So you will get in the very near future, I think it will be like, if you keep at it, you get what you deserve, sort of. And basically, also you have to choose to keep at it. So you started something that helps. Keep doing that. and there will be results. We will see results soon, basically. So be patient. Then would be something different in this case, more like a materialistic thing. But well, who knows? Well, every question is important. There's no stupid questions. There's just stupid answers. No, there's no stupid questions. There's good. Oh, it's always good to ask questions. So let's see. So next would be, should I buy the car I'm planning on? So let's see what it gets from here. This one still no. Oi. Not yet. Again. No. This is not the answer. So we will, should I buy the car that I've been planning on? We'll take, again, the basic, very basic past, present, and future, and we're gonna keep putting them here. We don't want them all too high in any way. Past. So nine of pentacles. So basically, I think you've been maybe saving money or making moves that now you would be in a situation so that you could. I think you would, at least money wise, would be at the moment, seems you have worked for this, to get in this vehicle. So I think you have the money for it. Basically, like it seems like it's pretty good. And now you are deciding how it feels. So basically, you have had an idea, actually, that you want this certain vehicle, that it will fulfill some thing inside you, or maybe it feels a hole inside you to get the vehicle. So, and I would say that it's not really a very cheap vehicle either. So you've been now, you are at the moment thinking how it would feel to buy this car. I think many how the marketing and advertising and everything works, I guess, is that it is like affects your feelings. So I think now you have somehow thought that you had this idea, damn, I want this car, it's cool, I don't know, maybe it's a Lamborghini or whatever it is, or new Tesla, or I don't know, lots of cars in the end. So you have it clear, I want this, but now you're in a spot that you're thinking like, yeah, how it would feel, do I really need it? Is this what I want, need, or does it serve my needs, or is it just because it made me feel a certain way? So I think at the moment, the car you've been thinking about or planning on is like, you start to feel a little bit like here, if you buy this, that it's a bit of a status thing, and maybe it's too much of that for you. So it kind of like, there's the, well, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. So I think this is would it be that this would be the car that you've been planning, would be to show off a little bit, and you might feel a little bit silly that maybe you feel that it's a bit too much to that side. So I think you're in a good spot, in a sense that should you buy it, let's take an advice. Well, I would say like maybe not exactly the one you've been thinking. Maybe it's a bit too much, just in many ways. So you might rethink. Maybe you can take the model that doesn't have all the gadgets or something like this. So basically, I don't see it's a huge problem. You can afford it. Would probably feel pretty nice, and you will maybe showboating a little bit. Maybe it's something like this. So, but I would say like, yeah, I think yes, you could buy this, but maybe it doesn't have to be the supermodel 2000 XL something version of the car. So maybe you can tone it down, and let's see what the cards say. It's just an advice in general. Well, Wheel of Fortune. So this would end for me. Suddenly I start feeling, got this vibe that this would end something in some way. I don't know if you have, if you are, well, hmm, uh, maybe you would need the money also that you will have for this car for something. So maybe you should spend a little bit less, let some on the sock or whatever you keep your stash your extra cash or something. So basically, I think anyway, what you choose is gonna be just fine. You know yourself better, and that's already something that you are asking. Should you and I think it will be a good choice, whichever you make. You will feel fine with it, and it will be good car anyway. So you could also, I'm seeing that if you pay attention also, you could also get lucky. Maybe you could get a really good deal about something. So maybe you shouldn't buy at least the car you are planning from the first place you see it, but to check it from the web, go to another place. Maybe somebody bought it 2 weeks ago and now they want to buy another one. You get it a little bit cheaper, or something like this. So that's the stuff. Okay, moving on. How can I get better in touch with my creativity? Let's see. So let's see what the, no, it is no. I'll take one card and then 3 more on the down. Okay, so how could I be more in touch with my creativity? Here is the answer, and then three cards to clarify and all. Nope. Yeah, well, there's some stuff there. I think it comes that you have not taken responsibility of your creativity. Basically, like that, it's your own responsibility to feel. You cannot get it from somewhere else. Someone else cannot do it for you, sort of. And I think you feel bad something that happened in the past related to this. So maybe you made something and then you created some piece of art, song, or painting, or sculpture, or whatever digital thing or something. But somehow mm, you choose to feel bad about it, and that makes you kind of stuck, and things are not moving, and you are not. It's your passion, and you're not really like you. I think you're holding it back yourself, basically. Like I think you should trust the universe. We have 6 of cups, 8 of wands, upside down, 10 of not 10 of anything, but a wheel of fortune and the chariot. So basically, you're holding it back yourself. You have sort of decided to feel bad about it, what you have done before, and since you didn't get the response that you wanted, that you want to feel bad about it. And in the end, should be doing this more for yourself. You trust the universe, because I see that if you can probably, well, that been before, but if you get start with smaller things, like don't take so big chunk of everything at the same time. You're responsible for yourself, but start with baby steps, and you little by little you turn this to the movement, and you deal with your shadow side, and which means for me that you deal with the past, go through fast what happened with the past thing, why it felt so bad, why it's still hurting. I know I guess it wouldn't be nice if you put your soul into something and then somebody says, well, it's okay. I'm like, it sucks. It's terrible. And remember that people might have just a bad day and they say, give bad review about something just because they were hungry. So take responsibility of this, and basically, I see that there could be things working. The universe is trying to The universe is okay. Let's put it this way: it is your job to try, and then it's the universe job to see if it can happen. I think that was some kind of Indian, was it Sunday Guru or some dudes was saying this. So don't worry about it too much. Is it possible or not? Just go and do it and start small. It will move. And the universe is, I think the universe is gonna try to make this happen with you, but you need to let it happen with it, or I don't know. That's gonna be like you get stuck feeling bad, so you will feel better by letting it happen. So let's go for the past, some sort of a disappointment, bad vibe thing, sort of. Don't let it. I start small. Okay, that's enough. What is the best way to deal with this situation? Well, for this, I'm gonna be boring and take one card and see what we get, and then more if it's needed. So let's see. Can we ask this? No, I don't think so. This no. What is the best way to deal with this situation? No, okay, it is still no. Okay, so we start with one card, which we put not out of the screen. Excuse me. So let's put it there. What is the best way to deal with this situation? Again, funny. I do shuffle the cards, or however you wanna call it, and the same things keep coming up anyway. So maybe it's a really poor shuffle, or it tries to tell us something. So again, what is the best way? Well, I would say like hold, be ready. Somebody might be coming at you. Maybe not literally like, but probably like the source is the air, it's the mind, logic. So be uh, prepared to debate something and hold your ground, because that's in the cards, sort of, that is coming. Somebody might not also have all the best interest in this situation on your heart. So be prepared to be that you have to defend your position. And maybe you actually have to get a bit rough in that sense, that you might not be try to be always civilized, diplomatic, sort of polite, but you might actually, if somebody gets out of line, you might have to tell them to go off, like beep off, hug off. Okay. So, but I think that's just a minor thing compared that the situation is actually where you are. It's like a hopeful situation, but things have been stripped bare. So you have seen the situation good, and I think it can go really far. So hang tight. I would be saying is the stuff, because I think if you will defend your position, don't let go, don't give an inch. What you are, I think, for me, is like this is no time for like moderation. I think you have it good. The situation, you are in a really good standing in this, and you should stand your ground, and it's really hopeful. But if you stand your ground, I think then it will lead that this will turn up and that things will move. I wouldn't go exactly to war with it, but like it's not like all out war to standing your ground. It's more like defense. That you're gonna be, if somebody comes and try to lash at you, sort of like trying to destroy your logic or your comment or your whatever, you stand your ground, and things will be good. So don't give an inch. Be firm. Be firm, my friend. Okay. And then would be, what is the best I can expect in this situation? We'll see. We'll see just in just a moment. Okay, so what is the best I can expect in this situation? We will see soon. So it could be related to the earlier question, what is the best way to deal with this situation, and what is the best let's put it that it's linked. It would be like a follow-up for that. What would be the best? And I would say, like earlier, it seemed like it's very hopeful, very good situation, and it has potential to go far. But there would be something obstructing a little bit, or one would have to defend oneself to make things move. So best I can accept in this situation. Don't take past. We don't take yet, sorry. Here we go. Yeah, no. Try again. Okay. We take past, present, future for some reason for this, and let's put it also in there. Welcome to Luna Q Tarot. Say hi. Say bye when you say hi when you come, bye when you go. I try to as well. So somehow I guess the point was that you didn't have all the information in the situation. There was hidden something. You didn't have all the data. So at the moment, I think you are looking for to put a partnership with someone in this situation. Could be in many different ways. And then I think at the moment it looks like that you would means that when you to gain things you have to sacrifice something, and basically what to expect. What is the best I can explain this situation is like change of perspective, which is already almost everything. If you see that your day is good, it probably will be good. If you think that your day is shit, it's probably going to be like that. So you can change reality. So basically, I think the best you can expect is that you will see things differently, and that can bring already like huge things in itself. If you're willing to sacrifice also, on the other hand, a little bit. So you cannot keep everything that you have to get something new. You have to make room for let some old go and make room for the new, basically. So best you can expect is the Hanged Man. So we have High Priestess, upside down, then Two of Cups, the Hanged Man. So somehow you have been in the dark, but now you got the info you needed, so you're willing to make a partnership of sorts, and then this will create change in your perception if you will let it, and it seems you will. So that's a huge thing in that sense, that it creates this kind of thing. Because yeah, I consider that if you can change your perspective and how you sort of see a situation, you can change reality also. So I think that is the case. Let's see what next. Well, fun enough, let's put it like, what do I need to let go then? Let's see. What do I need to let go? Let's see if we can ask for this. Yes. I need to start with one card simply, which we are going to place here, so we can see what it is. Well, I was shuffling. It's there, related sort of to the earlier. Well, what you need to let go is like you have to let go the old way you were thinking about things and embrace a new. You need to be able to sacrifice something so that you can make room for the new. So you have to also be able to, what you need to let go is a control of the situation. You need to let things happen, and you need to be the one who observes what happens and not the one who is necessarily making things happen. Instead, maybe it's that you're gonna make things happen with not doing anything. So, but not that you just lament something and not do, but that you observe. what's happening. And you, well, if it helps, put yourself hanging from 1 feet from the roof, which of course is, if you do that, you'd have to have some safety things, and I would maybe not recommend that anyway. But yeah, I need to let go of things. So let go of the old ways, let the new ways come in. Need to sacrifice. What lesson I need to learn right now? Let's see. What lesson I need to learn right now? Okay. Yes. I guess yes. Let's put this one. Let's be gonna put one down. I have to get used to that somehow. And then we put 3 on the down. More. Oh. Wait. What do I need to let go right now? Well, I think maybe at the moment, maybe you've been raising the cup a bit too much, and maybe it shows. So maybe you've been partying too much. This is kind of materialistic thing to say, but I think I think would say like maybe you've been anyway, maybe not just with alcohol or something, but maybe you've been kind of living the high life, spending your money a little bit too much, and now you have, I think, has come the situation that you have to kick some habits. You are like having thoughts one way, but the mind betrays the heart with the 3. So we have 3 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Spades, 3 of Swords, 9 of Wands. So I think it's enough celebrating at the moment. You need to check out your monetary situation. So you need to let go. You need to check your lifestyle a little bit. Not like maybe it's not at the moment yet so bad, but you have somehow realized maybe when you look at the bank balance on your card, credit card or whatever, that okay, there is not much. And at the moment, maybe you feel a little bit tired about the whole thing, even if it's nice and hanging out with friends, doing nice things, but maybe it would be time to pack it in a little bit, see what is the direction you are going. So I think you need to make sure that you don't have some habits that are really hurtful, and to reflect on yourself. And maybe you've been trying to a little bit also hide from something by just going all the time, and and sort of trying to feel good. So you might need to find the fire again from inside you, and let go of things that are actually maybe keeping you away from a positive change. So yeah, I think you anyway, if nothing else at the moment, it's just about money. I think in a way that you need to kick some habits. Maybe it's like bit too much party, spending too much money in a way. So you need to be prepared that maybe things won't go so well all the time. So don't spend all your money. So far I think it's that, but it can lead to something else. So check what you need to let go. Is like you need to spend less money, and you need to check that you are not overdoing things. Maybe it's a bit of a frenzy at the moment. So that. Then 2 choices. Should I go should I take the option A, which is the higher one there, up, and option B? Let's see, we have the situation there, and then we will have, so Which option should I choose? The first one or the second one, A or B? Let's see. Okay, so here you are. Here's option A. Here's option B. The first option, however you see it, for the first option is the up, second option is the. So if you have like, okay, this is my primary option, and then I have a backup plan, should I go with the primary or the backup, whatever. Okay, so King of Wands would be your situation that I think you are at the moment not in control of the situation as you would like to think. Maybe that it seems at least that maybe you think that you have two options. The first, which is Four of Cups, Ace of Wands, and then Five of Cups. So I think at the moment you don't. It feels that maybe you are not in the control, or you are not quite ready even to make these options. I don't know. Maybe you haven't thought about it yet, or maybe things are moving in such pace that you have felt that you haven't had enough time to reflect on it. Things might be moving too fast, and maybe you feel that you don't really have options actually, and maybe there should be more options than these two. But the first option, I don't see it would lead to a very nice place. You might not be seeing it straight, and it's not really. It's probably not really the opportunity that you think it is, and that would be the first option. And there's another Ace of Cups in the down. Second option, 10 of Cups. Like I said, you feel that you don't have much of an option. I think in both cases it's like they have there the Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, and 4 of Pentacles. The only thing what is upright is the 4 of Cups. So at the moment, the first option, the situation is such that you don't see that you would actually maybe even have an option. So I don't think either one of these options is really good. First for one or two, I think there could be there is offered another option that you do not kind of see for some reason, because you might not be at the best of your game, or you are not bringing your A game to this. I think the first option is even worse, sort of. That how it ends up, it's like, no, I don't think that would be pretty like sad. I would say that neither option is not a life-changing thing, sort of. Maybe the second option, I think that would be if you absolutely have to choose one or the other, I would choose the option B, or the second one. I think that is more like it doesn't feel so nice. It's like sort of you have one cup here, so you don't want to see it even from here that this is the other option. So in that sense, that because it doesn't feel so nice. But I think the consequences of choosing the second is less severe. For me, it seems like maybe that's more of a material loss, and this is more like you feel bad about it. So you feel bad choosing this, and maybe you are being tied to something, and you don't really want that to be the case. So this will feel worse. So either one is not so good. I would try to find if there is another option still, and there usually always is. Maybe at the moment you cannot see it, but basically neither one is a very good one. I would still take the second one, because that is more like it will lose money wise. There might be some issues if you choose the second one, maybe there is luck involved, or in a way it could be it's by luck how you're gonna feel about it, but in the end result is still somehow I feel it less severe. So an advice for this would be you need to, there is something that you need to finish, and maybe the point is that you need to see the whole picture and not entertain some fantasy about this, what there is that. And if you don't, here we have 10 of swords. It's gonna hurt you, not like you're having real swords on your back, but it's gonna feel that you feel silly, stupid, little bit, that why didn't I see these things. So if you have time, choose something else. Don't choose either option. Check if you have other options. If you have time, try to, because otherwise the things have to come to an end before you can choose. You try to choose something when things have not become ready. So maybe that's the stuff. So think more. Try to figure it out. Try to find third or fifth or 10th option. There are always small options that you think. I think. What is the lesson I need to learn right now? Let's see. Not this one. Okay. So what is the lesson? We'll take this first. Then we'll take first. Actually, just one. What is the lesson I need to learn right now? You need to learn that you do not know everything. There's always going to be something that you don't know, and there's no problem in that. You just try to figure out more and ask, and don't get too weird about it. So I think that is what you need to learn right now. It's if you don't know something, it's not really a problem. You can always find out, and everybody is in a situation, even though it might not seem, that they don't know everything. So basically, that's what you need to, the lesson you need to learn right now is that you don't have to know everything, especially right now. Okay, should I talk to my ex? Well, let's see what it suggests. This would be pretty simple, yes or no question. Let's see, we'll take one card for it. Again, yes. So we see. That would be the answer, and we put it in the screen so you can see it. Should I talk to my ex? I think it's a good idea. It's the justice. So there might be actually some matters that needs to handle even legal wise with your ex, because that could lead to problems later. And it would be, I think, the right thing to do. Maybe it doesn't have to be very hard to hire, but maybe through even a lawyer. So I think you definitely need to be in touch with this person and to make sure that things, if there is something between you that is very problematic, that all the things are done also legally. Maybe there's some kind of properties or whatever has happened. Yes, I think you need to talk, but maybe even through a lawyer. But make sure that whatever is done is legal. Obviously, everything needs to be, but to be very careful also that you don't unknowingly make something that is not. And it would be also right thing to do, because this is somehow right for everyone to get balance in this. So yes, you should talk to your ex, even through a lawyer, but yes, be in contact with them. Then, can I trust Tom? Welcome to Luna Q Tarot. Say hi when you come. Say bye when you go. I try to also. It's fun. It's exciting. It's polite and nice. Even in the wonderful world of the digital ether that we dwell so much nowadays. Which gives me the opportunity. I have read for a person at some point who was, I think, from Botswana, all around the world. And this Luna Q Tarot channel has been 2 days. So I'm kind of getting the hang of it a little bit. So it's a new channel for me, and I had with another person another channel earlier, and now I've been trying to put my effort and my very soul and essence to this. So this is why there at the moment is things in the screen that you can see what is going on. And lunaqtarot@gmail.com, you can reach me, for example. So, can I trust Tom? We'll try here. One card first. See what it says. Yeah, I think the world. I would like to think that yes, you can most definitely trust Tom. I couldn't think of a better answer for this question that would clarify. I would trust him with, if I would ask this for myself, I would trust him with the world. So I think he's a responsible character and balanced. So, but I see, I couldn't get a better card yet on my views for this. Even there is no positive, negative, and it depends on what situation and what with what card. So I would say most definitely as big yes I guess I could say I could give. So use your own like skills of intelligence and stuff and whatever you can think of to uh, make the decision. But with the cars, most definitely yes. Okay. What's in the cards for the near future? Let's see. This one, no. What's in the cards for near future? Okay, again, we start with one. And we put it in the screen, you can see. I think there is no in the near future is that there is no holding on to the current situation, to the current job, to the current house, to the current that you cannot keep everything for yourself and you cannot hold on to things indefinitely. That it's in the near future you might have to give up on something, or it's gonna be sort of taken anyway. So it might be that you decide to change and do things differently. I think it's related to money or the house or whatever car things. So basically that you should choose rather that you cannot hold on to. If you have, I don't know, two cars, maybe it becomes apparent for certain reasons that you cannot only have the two anymore. You have to have money, you have to let go. So in general, I would say like don't try to hold on too much. What's in the cards for near future? Be ready to give something up. Don't expect that you can just keep things. You might have to let go, and if you hold on too much to your coins, that probably leads to a bad spot. Okay. Okay, and what would be then? I think this is the last one. Last one for energies for the rest of the week. Well, here is the midsummer thing in Finland. It's a big deal. Everybody's usually somewhere not in the city, by the sea, by the water. This is where the Finnish people are, even by research being done, the most happiest. Not surprisingly, summer and all that. Although they are saying it's going to be thunderstorms and water, like many times, they say that Finnish summer is short and not with that much of snow. So basically, energies for the midsummer. So for the rest of the week, I probably will do this tomorrow and I will give you more energies for the rest of the week also. But we'll see what is the card I will leave you with. So it would be this one here. So energies and undercurrent, whatever things for the rest of the week. So that would be the Two of Pentacles. So I would say like the energies in that sense is like not to juggle too much. You're gonna drop the ball if you don't keep close eye on what you are doing. So even if you can juggle, remember sometimes the balls just drop. So basically, don't juggle too much and keep at it. Keep like being there, but so the energies is the juggling can go sort of like to infinite, but it might not be good. So the energies are they might be info that you don't know. So see if you have to juggle anymore or not. Maybe that's the point. The energy is like to see if the juggling is necessary anymore. Maybe it doesn't serve a purpose anymore. So So read into that. Okay. So I think it's time for me to go do other things. So basically, luonakyykktarot@gmail.com, you can reach me. I would probably be doing another session tomorrow. And well, thank you for everyone who was here. It was a pleasure, as always. So, see you in the future.